Whoa. What's up, y'all? Robbie TV, Shake back here. We back live with it, baby. Got a couple topics to talk about with y'all. Couple topics. You know what I mean? Happy holidays to everybody. Happy holidays. We got a couple topics to talk about. So we still got this 21 Savage on this After Streets campaign. Now I see he just switched it up, saying we gotta say the streets. You know what I mean? It ain't after streets no more. It's we gotta say the streets. Which, you feel what I'm saying? I never bumped 21 Savage. I ain't even, you know what I mean? I get it. I like the, the point where it's though, niggas like, I guess after streets. I wasn't, I was fucking with the concept, you know what I mean? But then, I'm on the tip where as though, 21 Savage, he not the right candidate to be pushing that type of narrative. Because from what I heard, allegedly, 21 Savage got some type of alleged aggrievement with the federal government where he have to give information. Now, it's allegedly, because what I heard, you feel what I'm saying? I heard it from the guy Harlem Legend, but he said it's public information, so we going to look it up. I forgot what the word he used, but he used a specific word, you feel what I'm saying? And it's basically calling 21 Savage, a rat, basically. You feel what I'm saying? So allegedly, that's what I heard. You feel what I'm saying? Now we gonna look into that. You feel what I'm saying? Because you can't be pushing peace or trying to push saying fuck the streets and doing all this when you got caught and you cooperated. Now it was fuck the streets. You feel what I'm saying? You can't do that, yo. If you're gonna be in the streets doing street activity, when it's time to, face the consequences of that, you gotta stand tall. You know what I mean? It ain't no fuck the streets and all that. Then no, but that's being hypocritical. You feel what I'm saying? You can't do that. Like you gotta, stand on your 10, stand on your, on your word like a man. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel, like, subscribe. We speaking on this 21 Savage situation. With 21 Savage saying fuck the streets. But I'm hearing that 21 Savage, he so-called cooperated. You know what I mean? Make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel, man. I appreciate that. Everybody that everybody that subscribe to the channel. Y'all familiar with this 21 Savage After Streets campaign? Let me see. Locked up. What's going on with y'all, man? Happy holidays to everybody. Happy holidays. Yeah, it was saying that, remember they said 21 Savage, remember he had got locked up a couple years ago? And they was saying, he might get deported, because I never even knew 21 Savage wasn't even from, I never even knew 21 Savage wasn't from the United States. I always thought he was from Atlanta. You know what I mean? But they say, yo, from London or some shit. Or UK. So, that's, you know what I mean? Which, I mean, I understand, I guess he probably was maybe born, because, he probably was born over there. He probably grew up in Atlanta, I'm pretty sure. But he say he probably, he was born over there. But, yeah, we gonna see. He said 20 locked up by ICE. President Trump stalled him out. So let's see. Make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel. Oh yeah, we got the Nickelodeon. Yo, what's going on with Nickelodeon and their recent actors, man. Like Nickelodeon ain't taking care of their people. Or they got something going on over there. I don't know, because there been a lot of Nickelodeon stars, man, that's been Nickelodeon and Disney Channel, both. You feel what I'm saying? It's been a lot of stars we've been seeing that just been out of whack, out of loop. Like, you feel what I'm saying? I don't know what's been going on, man. I don't know if what they doing with these kids. You feel what I'm saying? Like, but you see a lot of them now, man. They just be looking crazy, and so we got the Nasty Classified. I used to watch Nasty Classified. I'm not sure if y'all familiar with that show, but it's an older show, probably like 20 years old, on Nickelodeon. You know what I mean? Well, what's up, man? Make sure y'all like, subscribe. We're on our way to 500 subscribers, man. Make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel. We touching on this 21 Savage situation about him saying F the streets. And then we touching on this Nasty Classified guy. They say he out here homeless. And it's crazy. I don't know what's going on with these. It's been another one I seen. I forgot they said he was y'all been seeing that, man? These Nickelodeon stars been like high and homeless lately and on drugs and just, you know what I mean? They was stars when they was kids, but now that they grown adults, they doing bad. I don't understand. You know what I mean? It's crazy. And I don't know if y'all familiar with that Nasty Classified show. I used to watch that show on Nickelodeon. I think it probably came out like 2010, 2009, some shit like that. You say that girl lay homeless. Yeah, it's the boy too. The boy, matter of fact, let's touch on that first. Fuck, we'll get back to 21 Savage. Nasty Classified School Survival Guide. It's crazy. Yeah, Chase, his name Tyler Chase. Yeah, that's crazy, man. They say, yo, homeless now. He looked like he was, 2004. Wow, that's crazy. Make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel, man. Like, subscribe. You're on our way to 500 subscribers, man. Make sure y'all check out my other videos, too. So, here's the guy right here, Nasty Classified. I appreciate you, Jackson. Appreciate you subscribing, man. Yeah, it say these guys, man, they've been crazy. So, this is him right here.
Opens up about his former Next Declassified co-star Tyler Chase after recent footage surfaced.
Yeah, this is them right here.
Tyler, who played Martin on the Nickelodeon series, experiencing homelessness in the streets of Riverside, California. Devin is sharing his reaction. In a December 22nd interview, the 34-year-old who played Ned on the show tells TMZ, Tyler was a sensitive, sweet, and kind kid. It is heartbreaking to see him this way. And while Devin admits he hasn't spoken to Tyler since the finale aired back in 2007, he acknowledges how addiction and mental health struggles can change a person's life, noting, I haven't seen Tyler in almost 20 years since the show ended. Anyone who has dealt with severe addiction and deep mental health issues knows it's an unbelievably challenging situation if they don't want help. And while he's heartbroken by what he's seen, Devin is holding on to hope.
Thanks, bro.
My only hope is that from this exposure, someone with real understanding and resources can step in, get Tyler into treatment, and help him get back on track. We all want a happy ending.
If you remember staying up past 7 p.m. as a teenager, there's a good chance you've seen the show Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide.
Yeah, this show right here.
A lot of people's childhoods and had a lot of recognizable characters. But in September of 2025, a video released of what seemed to be one of those iconic characters walking through California in disheveled clothes and emitting a weird look to himself. His name is Tyler Chase, more known on the show as Martin Corley for his anxious energy and comedic on-screen appearances. Today, I wanted to talk about what happens to child actors after the cameras stop rolling. Not the ones who implode publicly with scandals and arrests, but the ones that just disappear. Tyler Chase was born on September 6, 1989 in Arizona. He was scouted by Pro Scout, a talent agency that specialized in recruiting child actors. There's actually still a promotional video on Pro Scout's YouTube channel where a young Tyler thanks them for helping him land his first professional role.
Well, now I'm on a Nickelodeon show. I'm a recurring character called Ned's Declassified. You can trust Pro Scout. They did it for me.
The main cast of Ned's Declassified was Devin Werkheiser as Ned Bigby, Lindsay Shaw as Mose, and Daniel Curtis Lee as Cookie. But the show had a rotating cast of side characters, and one of them stood out for a very specific reason. Marvin Corley, played by Tyler Chase, was the kid who felt like he lived inside everyone's intrusive thoughts. He was anxious, neurotic, and even a little obsessive, and treated every minor social situation like the end of the world. Before the internet had language for generalized anxiety disorder or intrusive thoughts, Marvin Corley gave a generation of kids a character who felt uncomfortably familiar. He wasn't the main character by any means, and he wasn't even a regular. He appeared in 33 episodes across 3 seasons, but if you related to him, you really related to him. Ned's Declassified premiered in 2004, when Tyler was just 14. The show ran until 2007, making him a working child actor for 3 years.
Oh, all right, so it was from 2004 to 2007. I told you, damn, that show came out. I was 5 when it came out, so I ain't even know. I started watching the show late, so I was watching basically all the reruns. So I probably wasn't watching it till maybe about like 2007, 2008 on Nickelodeon. You know, that was all the shows. You said he was 6. Okay, Jackson, where you from? Jackson, probably make you one of my mods, bro. You know what I mean? You want a wrench? I'll give you a wrench. You know what I mean? Are you from Florida? So if you was 6, how old you is now, Jackson? What you about, what, like 27, 28? If I was 5, you about 27 then. So I'm 26. Oh, wow, you 27? So you was born in what, like 98, 90, 97? Mm-hmm. Oh, all right, so you know what I mean? Like, so I ain't gonna lie, we got some of the best years being like, if you was born anywhere from like 19, we gonna go, of course we ain't gonna go past 95, because I mean, if you was born past 1995, you like 30 something now. Like, you like 30. So, yeah, you know, you kind of little, even though you still in my age range for real. Yeah, you definitely still in my age range, but I would say like 90, yeah, I'd say 95. From 1995 to probably like 2000 and like, I'd say from 1995 to like 2000. If you was born in that window right there, you kind of had best of the both worlds, because you still, you know, if you was born in like 95, I was born in 99. But if you was, so I seen it when the internet first came about. Like, I remember when I was young, like 7, 8, the internet just was like, I remember when YouTube first really got big, like 2008, and MySpace and all that shit, you feel what I'm saying? And Facebook. I remember when all that shit first came out. Like, I was young, but I still remember. Motherfuckers still had flip phones. You still had a house phone. Motherfuckers don't even got house phones no more. You feel what I'm saying? Like, we came up in that era, you know what I mean, where it's like we had the best of both worlds, because we still went outside and played and had good shows like Ned's Declassified and all that stuff growing up in the early 2000s. You feel what I'm saying? And we still seen that, we still caught the internet wave too. You know what I mean? Like, you got, you know, so we kind of like in the middle. You know what I mean? Because you got kids that was born in like 2010, that's like 15, 16 now. They don't know shit about really going outside. They all on Instagram, I mean, or on the Minecraft or 2K, and which I play 2K a lot too. But you know what I mean? They all like on video games now and shit like that. So I felt like, you know, they ain't really have the outside upbringing like how we had. Like, I ain't gonna lie, like, it was been times where I stayed outside all day. Like, I'm talking about from like, especially during the summertime. During the summertime, you probably, you be outside like early, like 10, 11 o'clock. You feel what I'm saying? Summertime. Y'all at the basketball court, niggas throwing the football, niggas you chilling, you get the frozen cup. You know what I mean? You might be eating a little breakfast sandwich or something like. You feel me? You outside all day. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, so you say you was born in 2004. So you what, 21. So you 5 years younger than me. I'm 26. So okay. So yeah, you still kind of had a, born in like '04, '05, '06. You kind of still had it, you know what I mean? You kind of caught the back end of it, you feel what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? You grew up in like the 2010s for real. I grew up in the 2010s, but I really grew up in the 2000s, like from like 2005 to like 2010. That 5 year stretch, like I remember it. I felt like shit just was. That's when the internet got big. That's when cell phones got big. That's when everything like YouTube, social media got big for real. That's when Facebook first came out. You feel what I'm saying? Like MySpace. How many of y'all remember MySpace? Anybody on here remember MySpace? Yeah, babe. Anybody old enough for MySpace? Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. MySpace was before all this. MySpace was the first joint for real. And LimeWire and all that. And I really remember all that because of my older brothers. You know what I mean? I got 2 older brothers. So, they really seen this shit coming for real. Especially my oldest brother. He was born in 1990. So that nigga remember everything. But yeah, MySpace was the shit, yo. I ain't gonna lie to you. MySpace, you had LimeWire, you had it was a lot of other ones you had, bro. Like yo, you had a lot of different. It wasn't a lot, but it was that was like the first ones. A lot of them ain't even around nowadays. Like only one that's still around is Facebook. You know what I mean? And YouTube, of course. I remember when YouTube first came out. Like YouTube really first got big in like '08. I think YouTube came out like '05, '04, I think. But YouTube, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, man. Subscribe. You know what I mean? Robbie TV. We on our way to 500 subscribers, man. But I ain't gonna make my long story longer drawn out. All I remember is, man, if you was born, like I said, if you was born in like 19, we don't say 1990. You might as well just say that, but you know what I mean, because I'm older now. But I'm gonna say 1995. If you was born in like 1995, from like to like 2000, well, I'm gonna just say fuck it. I'm just gonna say 1990 to 2000. That was like the best, you know what I mean? Like from 1990 to 2000, if you was born anytime in that year, you had a fun childhood. I ain't gonna say it was good or great, because you know what I mean, but you was, you know what I mean, you was outside for real. You know what I mean? Because it wasn't no social media, it wasn't no Instagram, it wasn't no YouTube, it wasn't no none of that. Like you had to really go outside and make your friends. You know what I mean? Like, yo, come on, bro. You keep talking about snow bunnies, bro. Like, chill out with that. Like, you was on here making good, you know what I mean, going back and forth. But if you keep talking, it's going to put your ass on time out. I don't deal with snow bunnies, bro. I'm on my Dr. Umar, power to the people. You go watch my last live the other day. I just had the, you know what I mean, power to the people, Black Panther, freedom fighter bush. You know what I mean? I had the Afro bush. You know what I mean? I ain't thinking about no snow bunnies. But nah, man, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. We speaking on this nasty classified situation right now. We speaking on this nasty classified situation. See how, and with Nickelodeon, I don't know what Nickelodeon and these Disney Channel and what they've been doing with these children while they're young, or teens, preteens, but you know what I mean. Yeah, I don't know. It's been going on. So make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, man. Subscribe.
During what would have been a pretty prominent period for someone developing in their early
bro,
ages,
I don't dig
learning
nobody,
about
bro.
themselves, their emotions, and truly becoming a member of society. But instead, it was spent being a child actor. During that same period, he also appeared on an episode of Everybody Hates Chris in 2005.
Oh, he was on Everybody Hates Chris?
An uncredited one-line kind of role. In 2007, the same year Ned's Declassified ended, Tyler landed a role in Good Time Max, a drama directed by and starring James Franco. The film premiered at the Tribeca Film Festival and told the story of two genius brothers, one who becomes a successful surgeon and one who spirals into drug addiction. Tyler played young Adam, a character in the film's dual timeline. It was a small role, but it was a step away from the Nickelodeon sitcom era and toward a more dramatic independent film territory. Then in 2011 came his final credit in a professional role, voice acting for the acclaimed video game LA Noire, where he voiced a character named Hank Newberg.
Excuse me. I've got to sort through some unclaimed items right now.
And then, nothing. At least, nothing showed up on his IMDb or in any mainstream entertainment. For most people looking at his career, this is where the story ends. Child actor, acts in 3 seasons on a popular Nickelodeon show, runs a couple of small roles, and then vanishes. The thing about child actors that doesn't get talked enough is when their career ends, they don't just disappear. They're still people in society, and they still have to figure out who they want to be or who they are when the cameras stop rolling. Tyler also maintained a steady YouTube presence across 2 channels.
Hello everyone, my name is Tyler, and this will be my video blog channel.
The channel had videos that included Bipolar Vlogs AE and various other entries about being sacred or lost.
Scared. Lost. Afraid of the universe, yet only living in my world. Please find me.
He also wrote and posted poetry which focused on mental health struggles. Tyler seemed to be someone who wasn't hiding from his diagnosis. This was someone who was actively trying to process it publicly, documenting their experience in real time.
It all started when I was young. I was free and translucent to confine.
And that's how it started right there.
But the uncomfortable truth is awareness doesn't always equal treatment. Documenting your mental health struggles on YouTube doesn't mean that you're medicated, and talking about bipolar disorder doesn't mean you're receiving psychiatric care.
I'm only just a person. A lonely being incapable of change. And I'm chained down to my bedroom by the gravity of bipolar.
And based on what his mother would say later in September of 2025, it seems like Tyler was aware of his condition, but unable to consistently manage it.
I always thought of myself as inspirational, but the world wants to void my thoughts.
A lot of that going on in the industry too. Half heart.
Between 20
A lot of that going on there too, so he definitely probably was.
We didn't know what Tyler was doing. Simple things like his living situation year to year, whether he had a stable housing at any point. There were so many questions that none of us really could have answered until 2025, when he was seen walking the streets in Riverside, California. On September 18th, 2025, TikToker Satali Wilson was walking through Riverside, California when she recognized Tyler, a 36-year-old man who she saw was homeless, wearing warm clothing and visibly without access to any basic needs. Tyler introduced himself and genuinely seemed excited. I mean, he didn't seem all that disheveled other than his clothes looking a little weird and his obviously demeanor looking a little different.
Hello, my name is Tyler Chase, and I'm here on a Christian movement for acting.
The videos went viral almost immediately, and within 48 hours, the internet did what the internet does best, tried to fix the problem with money. On September 20th, 2025, Wilson launched a GoFundMe campaign titled Help Tyler Chase. The description read, "This fundraiser is dedicated to helping him with safe housing, food, and basic necessities, and the resources he needs to get back on his feet." Within days, the campaign raised just a little over $1,200. But the situation seemed to be more complicated than a GoFundMe could ever solve. By September 27th, 1 week after the GoFundMe had launched, Tyler's mother, Paula, had become aware of the viral videos. She reached out to Wilson directly, not to thank her and not to celebrate her fundraising, but to explain that her son needed something very different from what the internet was offering. Yes, Tyler needs medical attention, not money, but he refuses it. "I appreciate your effort, but money would not be a benefit to him. I have gotten him several phones, but he loses them within a day or two. He can't manage money or his meds by himself. It could possibly hurt him." This wasn't a family that had abandoned their son. This was a family that seemed to be actively trying to secure psychiatric intervention for someone who
that's definitely,
but was unable.
he definitely on drugs. You can definitely see that. He's definitely, you know what I mean? Definitely. And most people, it all ties in together. You feel what I'm saying? Most people that's homeless is on drugs. And most people that's on drugs, for the most part, got a little something, you know, for the most part. Well, I'm gonna flip it. Most people that's homeless is a little you know, they a little got mental health issues for the most part. I see a lot of homeless people with mental health issues, and a lot of homeless people are on drugs as well, and a lot of homeless people that are on drugs, they don't want to get the help. So I believe what his mother is saying. That's why I was thinking, like, because first it hit me like, hold up, his mother reached out, where the fuck she at? Why the fuck she ain't? But his mother probably, that's his mother, she probably tried to help him from the jump, you know what I mean? But most people that's on drugs, yo, they running away from the help. They don't want, only time they can help is when they ready for it. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you can't help nobody that don't want to help themselves. You feel what I'm saying? That's with anybody. The whoever that girl was, that TikTok, she probably just was shocked, you know what I mean, just thinking he probably need, and most people did that. I mean, she did the right thing, because that's all she probably thought in her mind that would be needed. But whole time, this man, you know what I mean, he lost for real, and was only keeping them sane and keeping them, you know, I guess really probably from really waking up to get every day is the drugs. That's probably was keeping him moving. You know what I mean? For real. And like his mental state and all that so gone, it's probably, you know what I mean, it's gonna take probably something for him to get himself together. You know what I mean? Like, you say, so what's the answer, homie? You feel me? So I would say, to me, the answer is you gotta wait till he ready for himself. That's the answer. Cause you can't help nobody that don't want to help themselves. You feel me? You get what I'm saying? And on a tip where, though, most people that, like I say, most people that's on drugs, they don't want the help. You can put them in rehab. You can put them in this. You can send them all the way up to West Bumblefuck, Appalachian Mountains. They gonna find their way back. I don't give a fuck if they gotta walk a day and a half. You know what I mean? They gonna come back for real. So all in all is this guy right here, and like you say, that he was crying out for help. You know, like we seen the shit they just showed his YouTube video. He was crying out for help from the jump. So he already had a little bit of mental health going on. You know what I mean? And he ain't get the treatment or the right, you know, attention that he needed, so it just got worse. And now the only thing that's coping him is the drugs. So you think he gonna get the drugs up? Hell no, for real. So I mean, the answer is half man. The answer is you gotta just let time play its course, and when he ready to come down and get back, snap back in reality, he gonna come back. And it might take something tragic. It might take his ass overdosing. Not on wood. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not wishing that on him. But, you know, for some junkies, and I'm from Baltimore. So anybody that don't know, half man, half heart, I'm from Baltimore. West Baltimore at that. You know what I mean? So anything about junkies and fiends and drugs, yeah, I done been around them a whole lot and known people and seen people, and, you know what I mean? Just... I know how drug addicts, you know what I mean? And I'm never been a drug addict myself, but just seeing them, you feel what I'm saying? And being around them, and, you know, just growing up in Baltimore, you feel what I'm saying? I be on the bus, you see a drug addict, I be on the bus stop, you feel what I'm saying? So it's like, what'd you say? South Baltimore, Cherry Hill. Yeah, shout out to Cherry Hill, man. My aunt, my grandmother and my aunt used to live out Cherry Hill. Yeah, man, Slater Road. Yeah, man, I think Slater Road is down the hill. Shout out to Cherry Hill, man. Even though I don't go out Cherry Hill, because there's nothing for me out there. Cherry Hill is his own island. Like that shit. Like I seen a video of Jada Pickett. You know, she from Baltimore. Shout out, you know, fuck. I ain't say shout out to Jada Pickett. She been doing some goofy shit lately. I don't know what's going on with Jada Pickett, but I will say at least Jada Pickett, at least she will rep Baltimore. She reps Baltimore all day. So, you know, shout out to Jada Pickett, man. Baltimore, stand up. But Cherry Hill, she said, yo, Cherry Hill is his own island. She said it. It's on a peninsula. It's one way in, one way out. Yeah, well, you might got two ways in. You might got... No, I think Cherry Hill is one way in. Well, Cherry Hill was definitely one way in, one way out. Like the projects, yeah, one way in, one way out. Yeah, you. I don't even know how the fuck you even. I think like how you even Cherry Hill Road, I believe. Or what's that? What's that other road? What the fuck is that other street? Is that a Natlas? I forgot. I don't know, bro. I ain't been out Cherry Hill in over 10 years. Yeah, man. Oh, damn, we got some niggas from in Baltimore here. Make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel, man. I'm from White Lock. If anybody y'all know, man, I'm White Lock, West Baltimore. Yeah, man. What he say? I've been rapping White Lock since the stores was up, man. Rest in peace to Murder Mall. Yeah, man. Like, yeah. I come from projects where our shit was called Murder Mall. Yeah, man. So yeah, just let that marinate in your cranium for a little bit. Yeah, man. But we gonna get back to reality, man. This guy right here. Make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel, man. Like, subscribe. You know what I mean? This guy right here, Tyler Chase, he was crying out for help. We ain't gonna make it long and drawn out with this guy. Let's see. Let's see what he said. This the guy I think they said that helped him. Hold on. Let's see what he said.
Went to Tyler or went to his mom for anything, but they don't have any like forced right to give that kind of money to Tyler. But
I'm
to
from Fairfield.
profit off an episode with a BetterHelp
Where's Fairfield? What I
to
said?
talk about Tyler Chase, and I don't know, feels a little weird, but that's just a personal opinion. Doesn't have anything to do with the video. What is important? They did show care and desire to go see Tyler Chase, and Daniel Lee Curtis did exactly just that. In early October of 2025, Daniel Lee Curtis, who played Cookie on Ned's Declassified, made the decision to visit Tyler in person. The reunion took place at a 7-Eleven in Riverside, California. Daniel later shared his experience on TikTok.
So I just finished meeting with Tyler Chase. I don't know why I thought it was gonna be like sunshine, roses. I'm like, yo, Tyler, what's up, bro? And he's like, oh, Daniel. Oh, man. And he has such a warm spirit. Please stop putting these cameras in his face, though, guys. Please. But yeah, all I could do was tell him I love him and that it was going to be all right.
Despite the difficult circumstances, Daniel noted that Tyler's core intelligence and warmth were still present, but he was also clear about the environment he was in. Commenters and people speculated that Tyler Chase could go on their Ned's Declassified podcast with the three main characters from the original show to talk about his experiences, also attending things like NostalgiaCon, which could also give him some money and help. But Daniel was clear about why those opportunities couldn't happen yet. He's not coming on the podcast. He's not currently in the right place to be taking part in any of these appearances. As of December 2025, here's what we know for certain by the end of this. Tyler Chase was alive as of October in 2025. His mother is actively involved in seeking medical intervention. And the main cast of Ned's Declassified is aware and attempting to make help within realistic boundaries. Alright, it is currently 11 o'clock, and I was about to go to bed.
Yeah, you heard what he said, though.
And I was gonna start.
Like, you heard what Joe said. Like, I agree. He was not in his right state of mind. I wouldn't have brought him on the podcast neither. You feel what I'm saying? He need time to, can't keep putting cameras out in your face. Now, he need time to recoat, regroup, you know what I mean? Reflect everything above, you know what I mean? Everything and above. What you say? I'm from Florida. Yeah, shout out to Florida, man. Shit, I wouldn't mind being in Florida right now. It's cold as a bitch where I'm at. What you say, DMV stand up? Shout out to DMV, man. Even though Baltimore, we don't claim the DMV, bro. Baltimore, you got the DMV, then you got Baltimore. But shout out to the DMV. We ain't, you know what I mean? I salute my DC guys, my PG County guys, you know what I mean? My Eastern Shore guys, my I'm always down for Virginia, you know what I mean? My Richmond, VA, Fredericksburg, you know what I mean? I got my man in Newport News, you feel what I'm saying? Shout out to VA. I fuck with VA real heavy. Shout out to VA. And yeah. Shout out to, you know what I mean, Philly. Shout out to the whole East Coast. You say, what you say? You say Cherry Hill, bruh. South Bmore. Yeah, shout out to Cherry Hill, man. You know what I mean? I thought you said you stayed in Sandtown, Winchester. You know what I mean? Sandtown, Winchester, that's my neck of the woods. That's the 17. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's cold 17. Say Hillside, go. Saying I'm in VA Beach. Yeah, shout out to Virginia Beach. I gotta go down. I never been to Virginia Beach before. I gotta go down Virginia Beach. Probably shoot down there in the spring. First day of spring, crack down Virginia Beach. So y'all shoot down there. You know what I mean? Make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel, man. Or the 17. Oh wow, you know what's up. Yeah, I'm from the 17, cold 17 all day. I done, you know what I mean, Avenue, L&D, Sandtown, D Block, White Lock, yeah, babe. What I think I'm missing one. I don't know if my guys up the street, RNG. I think RNG still part of the 17. I think RNG might be a different zip code. You know what I mean? I can't forget my project niggas. You know what I mean? Shout out to Gilmore Homes. But yeah, y'all. That's pretty much it for real. You know what I mean? Yeah. Shout out to Baltimore, man. Make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel. So this Nasty Classified guy. We talked about him. I don't know if y'all ever watched the Nasty Classified show, but it's just been a lot of like Nickelodeon and Disney Channel stars that been, you know what I mean? They've been getting high, and I don't know what's been going on. That's Hollywood though, yo. That's Hollywood for you. Yeah, you can be a moderator, bro. I'm gonna give you a wrench. I fuck with you, bro. Jason. You're my guy, Jason. Make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel. Alright, so let me see. This was him right here.
A former Nickelodeon star has been found homeless on the streets of Los Angeles. Tyler Chase, who played Martin Quirley on Ned's declassified school survival guide, was filmed dirty and disheveled in Riverside this September. When recognized, he confirmed his identity, and the clip went viral. Now his former co-stars are speaking out, calling the video scary, and questioning why someone filmed him at all. A former Nickelodeon star has been found homeless.
He acted on Ned's Declassified, and now he can't even survive. Nobody recognizes him. He used to be this kid on one of Nickelodeon's biggest shows, but now he looks way older, and sadly, he's been living in a cardboard shelter. How did it get to this? It started when a girl recognized him on the street. No doubt it was Tyler Chase. He appeared in about 30 episodes, and when she asked who he was, he confirmed it. That same girl set up a donation page to get him off the street. It was actually raising a good amount until she got a message from Tyler Chase's sister. She said, "Don't help him. He wants to live like this." Harsh as it sounds, the family says they've tried for years to support him, but he keeps relapsing. But what do you think? Should people help him anyway, or step back and leave him be? He acted on Ned's Declassified, and now he can't even survive. Nobody recognizes him.
I already told you. That's how it is. That's how it is, man. These you know, people do drugs, man. It's when they ready. It's when they ready. That's with anything. I don't fuck what it is, drugs, whatever. You know what I mean? Getting a job. I don't give a fuck what it is. People do shit when they ready. You can't force nobody to do nothing that they ain't ready to do. You feel what I'm saying? And you shouldn't want to, because it's gonna stress you out more than, you know what I mean, than them. Cause you trying to help them, and they not trying to help themselves. So yeah, man. But that's who this guy was. It's been a lot of Disney Channel, Disney Channel and Nickelodeon stars that been getting high lately. I just seen another one. I can't forget who that was. It was another one I seen. Yeah, man, make sure y'all like, subscribe, man. Like, subscribe to the channel. So we about to get into this 21 Savage situation, which you're saying fuck the streets. So him and HoneyKomb Brazy just did something. Let me see what they did. So they had like some type of joint, because HoneyKomb Brazy called them out. And let me see. Hold on. They saying they did something, which I don't even listen to HoneyKomb Brazy. I don't even know who the really HoneyKomb Brazy even is. I know he a rap. I think he say he from Alabama. I know him. I really got familiar with him because some niggas he was beefing with, they said, I think they set your grandmother house on fire. I ain't gonna lie, and this nigga, man, it's that's why I don't. Streets ain't got no love for nobody. He set a nigga grandmother house on fire. God damn. That shit crazy. But hold on. Here you go right here. You also say.
You the tripping. You thought y'all man like this whole boy. What the? I can cry tears. Y'all disappointed me, boy. All you disappointed me. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I don't want to understand it. I don't understand it. I'm from the street. I'm from the street. Something about what the? Something about the street. Boy, I'm from the streets, boy. Man, I'm from the streets. If from no suburb, they all say suburb. That who handling, that who pin their feet on our neck, a suburb, and white people stepping on our face. You come out the street. You had to get out the mud, the tripping out there. I don't care. I don't care. I don't want no understanding. I ain't got to understand it. I ain't trying to get no clout. None of that. I'm really me. I'm not clout chasing. I'm really me. And I know y'all stepping, y'all killer, y'all will do it. All y'all like that, and I'm ready to die. I don't care. On my grandma, I don't care. Come load it up, do it.
I think them niggas did.
Y'all don't care about that shit. Y'all tripping. Street. Man, listen, my grandma from the street. Boy, my granddaddy died in the street, boy. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I told my granddaddy to go my mouth and boo y'all, man. Let's go, man. I got real smoke out here. That's what my grandma said. Man, we ain't going nowhere. Oh, blood. They said we ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, I told you. Yeah, that's how I know him from.
That's where we from that project. We from Happy Hill. We don't care about your money, boy. That's your money. Take your money, go do what you want to do with it. We ain't leaving this project. This is all we know. Yo, my grandma told me, I'm like, damn, grandma, shit, man, this shit for real out here, man. Please let me. Boy, it is what it is. Boy, we dying together, we dying right here for life. You hear me? That's why I swear to God. That's why I'm like, my grandma ain't say the street. My granddad ain't say this shit. Man, y'all was doing little shows and shit when all y'all started popping out. Give us y'all on. Hitting them clubs up in Alabama, you going to Texas, in Florida, you all over the world. And get who come to see y'all stupid at the streets. When y'all was trying to $15K or $20,000 show, who the think will come to see y'all in the street?
That's true. That's true though.
Listen, I'm telling y'all.
That's true. I will say, you know what I mean? You right is right and wrong is wrong. The streets did put niggas on. The streets, the word in the streets travel fast. You feel what I'm saying? And the internet now, the internet is the new streets. I ain't gonna lie to you, but be honest, the streets still the streets though. Don't get it fucked up. The streets is, and people saying, I don't know where niggas got this shit saying the streets is a myth. The streets is not no myth. The streets is very real. You feel what I'm saying? And the streets will eat you, as my mother would say, the streets will eat you up and spit you out. You feel what I'm saying? It did it to the best of them. You know what I mean? So the streets don't got no love for nobody. That's really what it is. The streets don't got no love for nobody. You can be one of the best niggas, bless the hood and all the niggas, and still take you out. Just off hate, cause you know what I mean? What comes with the streets comes hate. Comes envy, and that comes anyway. Don't get it fucked up. But what the streets is more, you feel what I'm saying? Because motherfuckers go to the extreme when you in the streets. You can have motherfucker hating on you on your job, but motherfucker might just want to get you fired, or might just be on some picking shit, keep writing you up. You know what I mean? Or you know what I mean, y'all nigga. But most of the time, it's really your environment, your job, nigga. Motherfuckers at a job, niggas ain't trying to go to jail, so motherfucker ain't gonna take it but so far. Now, don't get me wrong, shit can go, motherfuckers can go to jail. Don't get me wrong, I didn't say motherfuckers go to jail. But on a tip where as though, like, you know, the streets don't love nobody, man. And anybody on here, I don't know if you still on here, I'm nigga half heart, half man. But you say you from Cherry Hill, you used to live out Cherry Hill, you already know, man. The streets don't love nobody, yo. You feel what I'm saying? So That's when I was on this tip where it's like, yo, I'm with this, you know, fuck the street shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and it ain't even fuck the streets. Cause you know what I mean, niggas, you know, nigga, I ain't gonna lie, yo. It ain't nothing like going. I just said that to my girl, cause I ain't gonna lie, I don't even be chilling outside, like. But it ain't nothing like going to the hood, hollering at your niggas. You know what I mean, cracking a spliff, well, cracking a bottle, rolling a spliff. You know what I mean, on the block. It ain't really nothing like it for real. You know what I mean, with your niggas. You know what I mean, chilling like it's back in the day, like it's old times. It really ain't nothing like it for real. That's some of the best times you gonna have. I ain't gonna lie to you, because it's, you know, that's where motherfuckers came from. That's what people, you know, that's what we did growing up. Good times. You know what I mean? Even if you ain't out there, you ain't gotta be out selling no drugs, you ain't gotta be doing nothing. You just out there hanging, having a good time. You know what I mean? Cracking a beer with your guys or rolling up a nice L. You feel what I'm saying? Anything. But on the tip where it's though, like, yo, come on, man. You can't really be out here, you know what I mean, praising the streets, because the streets ain't did nothing really good. You know what I mean? Like, it don't get me wrong. People is confusing this shit. You know, motherfuckers are saying, it's like, I'm hearing Hassan Cameron all you talking about, oh, we gotta go through the streets and go to the doctors. And we ain't talking about none of that, yo. And don't get me wrong, motherfuckers, innocent people, that's innocent. You are a civilian, you know what I mean? And civilians get hit too, you know what I mean, by bullets, which is fucked up. Innocent people, you know, we see it all the time. So, you know, it's really, you know, your environment for real, where you at, wrong place, wrong time. But we talking about niggas that's in the streets doing illegal activity. That's my definition of the streets. I don't know what these niggas talking about, the streets, and you know what I mean. But I'm pretty sure that's the most definition of niggas of the streets. Niggas out here doing illegal activity, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't, whatever you doing, I don't know. It's a million things, but it's, you know what I mean. That's the definition of the streets in my eyes. You know what I mean? Most people's eyes, doing something illegal. You feel what I'm saying? Like, when motherfuckers say, yo, I'm in the streets, I'm doing, you know what I mean? I was in the streets, I was, you know what I mean? Like, you feel what I'm saying? So, if you was out there in the streets doing something, you know, and then, come on, Jay. I'm about to take, you know, you getting goofy, bro. But yeah, I will say though, motherfucking, it ain't nothing really good happening out here in the streets, man. You know what I mean? Of doing illegal activity. Now, if you out this bitch in the streets promoting your music, or you out this bitch in the streets, you know what I mean, selling fucking cakes and pies and food, or banana pudding, or hair, whatever you doing, you feel what I'm saying, that's productive, then yeah. But we talking about it. When motherfuckers say it's illegal, it's street shit, we talking about illegal shit. So you shouldn't be out here really doing, you shouldn't be out here doing nothing either. Ain't no, really, you shouldn't be out here doing nothing illegal, bro. Especially if you black and in the hood. And I know it's hard. It's hard as shit, yo. It's hard coming where we come from. And that's all a nigga know. You feel what I'm saying? That's the easiest thing to do. And it's the, for the most part, you know, it's the, you know, the go-to. But we gotta start making that the go-to, man. We gotta start going to go pick up a pack, or going to go pick up a bitty, and you know what I mean, or just going to go do anything illegal. That's what motherfuckers really like. Niggas be like, yo, if I can't do them, I'm trying to something illegal. And that's motherfuckers saying, I'm going back to what I know. And you can't get mad because you nigga gotta eat. But it's like on the same tip, yo, we gotta make that not an option no more. You feel what I'm saying? Like, yo, we all need to be creating businesses that way we can hire motherfuckers. Oh, you looking for something? Yo, my man right here, yo, we got a landscaping company, yo. I'm gonna put you on, Bob. MA said they need an extra guy. They got a big job tomorrow. Hopefully I can get you in tomorrow. You know what I mean? Make sure you ready bright and early, 6 o'clock. You know what I mean? Or yeah, yo, you say you a female, you looking for something, you out this bitch trying. All right, cool. You know how I braid, or you know how I fucking you good with kids. You can babysit some anything. You feel what I'm saying? Like, we need to just start creating businesses so we can all help each other out, because we all need something that somebody else can do for us, and we don't have to go spend our money to fuck, you know, outside of the community, the black community. You feel what I'm saying? That's why entrepreneurship is the way. And I've been watching on YouTube where as though, and that's how the tax game work. You feel what I'm saying? So, but it's all good, man. You know, I ain't gonna give too much of the game away. You know what I mean? Because the game is to be sold, not told. Yeah, but you know, you know, I'm my channel's small, but when I do start getting motion and do start gaining momentum, you know, and I'm gonna stop doing so many lives. You know, I'm really gonna start doing videos because videos is what gets you in the algorithm. Like the lives, they get you there, but you know, YouTube don't push these lives for real. So, but make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel, man. Like, subscribe. I'm about to get off here in a little bit. I want to see what they say about, I mean, 21 Savage and all that, but I know this nigga HoneyKomb Brazy. I want to see what they hit, but with your grandparents, because I know something happened with his grandparents. Accused drug champion. All right, let me see.
What's going on, your boy Moray, and you're watching All Urban Central.
Real life, like, locked up for murder, killed the brother, and steal his brother's brother. You see what I'm saying? Like, this real life, this is my, I steal with the brothers who brothers I killed. Like, we still hang around each other. And you think, and they other brother don't even like me, he want to do something similar. But you think I be wrong with the brother who I killed. Like, they got the same dad. Everybody says something wrong and I run with them. You think they'll be wrong with me if I'm fake? Like, now you killed our brother, we still do. I'm really real, bro. I'm really like that. I'm telling you, I'm really silent. Like, I'm really silent. In real life, bro. Like, real talk. Now, there's no wrong word for lie. This shit in black and white. I caught this murder case, this in black and white. You feel me? Keep the door in on me. And I had to handle my business. And I got self-defense for it. I got self-defense for this shit. And you know, deal with their watch.
Make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel. Like, subscribe.
And I'm Devin Walsh. We begin with breaking news tonight. Mobile police say they've made several arrests in connection to the couple found dead after a house fire in Happy Hills last year.
WKRG News 5's Nicolette Schleisman pushing for answers today. Nicolette, this comes 1 year and 1 day after the crime took place.
Yeah, that's right. 3 people are now in custody, each charged with 2 counts of murder and multiple counts of shooting into an occupied home.
All I heard was a boom. It sounded like a bunch of shots.
Almost exactly a year after Tony and Leila Lewis were found dead in their home after this fire, local police say they're thankful to bring their family some sort of closure.
It's just a beginning, but it's a good beginning.
Police have charged person of interest Darren Southall, Terrence Watkins, and Jamarcus Chambers, all with murder.
I think we've just done the easiest part. Even though it took us a year to get here, we've just done the easiest part. We put handcuffs. We're going to be putting handcuffs on them and finally getting them before the courts to answer for the crimes that were committed.
That was
fucked up. A fire broke out at the Lewis's home on Dr. Thomas Avenue the evening of February 17th, 2021. Police confirmed Tony Lewis was shot multiple times. Family confirms the couple's grandson is local rapper HoneyKomb Brazy, whose real name is Nishawn Jones. He posted to Instagram he was sorry his grandparents got, quote, caught up in his mess. Police aren't releasing details as to what happened. Instead, waiting for that to play out in court.
We spent some time talking with the family and let them know that the day has come. And so,
that's fucked up.
The idea that their patience and their perseverance has paid off.
See, that's what I'm saying, yo.
Was named a person of interest back in May. Police confirmed they were looking into a connection between Southall and the rapper and were trying to confirm a previous beef between the two. Live in the studio, Nicolette Schleisman, WKRG News 5.
HoneyKomb Brazy is one of the hottest artists from Alabama, but
to kill somebody's grandparents, bro. You gotta be cold-hearted. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Like, I ain't even gonna lie. Like, I want the person that I'm gonna get. I don't really want to get nobody that ain't, you know, unless they had something to do with it. But yeah, man, that shit crazy. I ain't gonna lie to you. That was fucked up. That's what I'm saying. I seen that video. That's why I'm like, HoneyKomb Brazy. It say just what you expect living that lifestyle. No rules, fam. And that's what I'm saying. That's the streets, right? That's the streets. That's what niggas condoning in the streets. You feel what I'm saying? Like, what you mean? The streets should have rules. You get what I'm saying? Like, that was my point in making this video. And you get what I'm saying? And what you mean, what I expect. I mean, yeah, it's fucked up. I mean, I know that's the, you know, that's the game you play when you out here in the streets. You know what I mean? Innocent people that you love could get hurt. You feel what I'm saying? But it's on the same tip where as though like, yo, you can kill a nigga grandparents? Like, you want a nigga that bad, you want to kill his grandparents, my nigga? And then set the house on fire? And I don't know, I don't know the backstory, you know what I mean? And I don't know, I'm just speculating. But, you know, me personally, I don't think the grandparents had nothing to do with it. I don't know. You feel what I'm saying? But it's just on the tip where as though like, yo, a nigga grandparents, bro? You feel what I'm saying? Like, even if you just go in there and rob them, you know what I mean? Which is fucked up too. You feel what I'm saying? But it's just like, yo, your nigga grandparents, yo, that's what it is. You feel what I'm saying? Like, yo, that's what it is, bro. Like, yo, come on, bro. Like, I don't know who. I don't think nobody would condone that. If you could condone that, then what type of motherfucker is you? Nigga grandparents, yo? Then set the house on fire? Nah, bro. That's like overboard. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, but that's the game you play when you in the streets. That's why it's like, you know what I mean? And even when you're not in the streets, because kidnappings and shit happen, you could not be in the streets. You know what I mean? Just be getting money, and a nigga could kidnap your family just to try to, you know, make you pay a ransom. You feel what I'm saying? So don't get me wrong, it ain't always the streets, the street, Cause you know, we see all the time where people that's not in the streets, motherfuckers that's business owners and only own, you know, got fortune. You know, they family members get kidnapped and, you know, for ransom and shit like that. So, you know, it ain't always the streets, you know. But it's just on the tip where as though like, you know, you at a higher risk when you in the streets, that's for sure. You feel what I'm saying? Definitely higher risk. You say I agree, but the world is fed up. What you mean the world fed up? I don't really, you know, what you mean world? So you fed up, you gonna burn somebody's grandparents down? That don't even make no sense. You ain't making no sense, Just Blaze. I don't really get it. Oh, you said the world is fucked up. Oh, all right. Oh, I get it. Yeah, the world is fucked up. That's true. That's super fucked up. That's evil right there. Kill a nigga grandparents, then set the house on fire. Like, yo, for anything, you might as well just get the grandparents and tell them, man, listen, you want your grandparents, man, I want you. You know what I mean? And if a nigga don't, you know, deliver himself for his grandparents, you still don't do nothing to the grandparents. You let them go. You feel what I'm saying? Just because they innocent, man. Like, they ain't, you know what I mean? If you really want to get a nigga, you know, you just get him. Get who you want. Like, I ain't with all that innocent shit, yo. I don't like that innocent people getting killed and all that. I'm not with it. Because they ain't got nothing to do with it. You feel what I'm saying? You said Florida has so many. What part of Florida you in, Jason? What part of Florida you in? County, you in what? Broward County, Miami-Dade County. You know what I mean? I gotta shoot back down Florida. I ain't gonna lie, I got a love-hate relationship with Florida, for real. Yo, what's up, man? Make sure y'all like, subscribe. I'm about to get off here for real. I'm really tired as a bitch. I just had to get on here just to, you know, tap in. Because YouTube been playing with my views. Well, I've been playing with my own views. My numbers is down. Say, is this channel LGBTQ+? I don't really, you know what I mean? I'm willing to engage. But I don't really do the rainbow. You know what I mean? But I don't have no problem with the rainbow community. You feel what I'm saying? I don't. LGBTQ. I got a good cousin that I love to death. We like this. You feel what I'm saying? She really like my sister for real. And she LGBTQ. So I don't have no problem with LGBTQ. You know what I mean? I don't agree with it, but everybody got their own way of living. You feel what I'm saying? But we ain't getting into that. We gonna get into, you say Florida sheriffs are the best. I don't know about that. I bet you they is. Shit. Down in Florida, they see so much drugs down that motherfucker. Florida probably get a drug bust a day. A day. They probably get, within the state of Florida, they probably get, man, I don't know how many counties, but for every, let's say it's Florida, a pretty big state. Let's say it's like, it's hella counties in Maryland, so I know it's hella counties in Florida. Let's say it's 30 counties in Florida. 30 counties. Out of them 30 counties, I bet you it's about at least 15 to 20 of them get a drug bust a day. I can bet you. You know what I mean? Or at least a week. I might not say a day, but at least a week. Florida, there's so much drugs and shit coming through Florida, man. Florida sheriffs probably is the best. They down that bitch, that's all they got to do. They working overtime down that motherfucker. Florida, they will catch your ass. I don't fuck around in Florida. They just put some, he said no, about 40 counties. Oh, Florida got 40 counties? Yeah, Florida a big ass state. Man, I drove from Miami to fucking Jacksonville, yo. That shit was like 4 hours, yo. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I didn't even know that shit was gonna be that long. I drove from what? It wasn't even Miami. I think I drove from Fort Lauderdale, which is, Fort Lauderdale probably like an hour from Miami. That shit still was 3.5 hours. Like, god damn, I was mad as shit. Like, yo, fucking Florida, this big ass. Took 95 up for like fucking 3.5 hours. Shit, I drove from deep. Yeah. Shit, we drove back from here to Maryland. Further than that, from Miami. Yeah, man, I was mad as shit. I'm like, god damn. That drive was long. Florida, a pretty state though. I seen a lot of beautiful palm trees and all that. Florida, a beautiful state. I give it to Florida. It's out of Florida and California. But I think, I don't know. I probably would give California bigger than Florida too. I probably would give California the upper edge because California got mountains. You got the redwoods. You got the national parks. You got the ocean side. You got the valley. You know what I mean? And you still got the beach. You feel what I'm saying? Or and the inner city. So Florida don't got like no mountains, I don't think. Florida might got mountains. I don't know. I don't think Florida got mountains and shit. I think Florida is mostly flat. Ain't it? Like Florida really like mostly, because when we was driving through, like, you drive through the rural part of Florida, it's kind of like you driving through Arizona or some shit. Like it's kind of dry. It's like dry. It ain't really like how California is. Well, California like that too, but California, I feel like California got more scenery, as I would say, than Florida. But far as just like overall living, I wouldn't live in Florida before I live in California, because number one, it's cheaper. Number two, I feel like Florida got better policies than California. I don't even know if California got I don't even think California got self-defense, do they? You know what I mean? Florida got better beaches, I think. Florida beaches is way better than California. And Florida water. Florida water is way better than California. California water is cold, it's rocky. Because, you know, California is the Pacific. I think Florida is the Caribbean. You know what I mean? So Florida water is way better than California. But let me get off here, y'all. I've been on this motherfucker for an hour and some change. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, man. Like, subscribe to the channel. I got 11 likes. Did pretty good. I'm gonna have to start going live a little late more. You know what I mean? Yeah, California, and that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. California is expensive. Like the taxes in California alone. Then California is more like it's not as structured as Florida. I think Florida is way more structured. Yeah, California, you know what I mean? It ain't as structured as Florida. Florida more tight knit. You know what I mean? California, you got this going on, you got that. The homeless population in California is, well, Los Angeles. You know what I mean? I can't say California. I didn't even explore the whole state. And both of them I didn't explore Florida neither. I just went to Miami. I went in Fort Lauderdale and just drove all the way up to Jacksonville. So I only discovered, basically, I only been to really Miami in Florida, like Discover, and Los Angeles in California. You know what I mean? Yeah, I ain't really, yeah. Make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel, though, man. Let me get the fuck up out of here. I'm tired, so I know I'm tired, because I'm getting to talking too much. Had the best lobster with king crab. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Florida got some good seafood, because y'all fishing, you know what I mean? Y'all right there by the water, you know what I mean? And then Florida right there by the Caribbean, you know what I mean? Like Florida, you 3 hours from everywhere in the Caribbean, 3 hours from Jamaica, 3 hours from the Bahamas, 3 hours from Aruba, 3 hours from wherever, you know what I mean? Cuba. I think Cuba only like an hour, you know what I mean? Like 2 hours, you know what I mean? Yeah, so make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel, man. Robbie TV. Make sure y'all check out my other videos, my other content. I got a lot of other good lives on here, a lot of other good videos. You know what I mean? So make sure y'all check them videos out, check my lives out. Make sure y'all, you know, give me some thumbs up. If you watch my other lives, make sure you like the other live. Make sure you like it. If you watch it, make sure you like it. Get me in the algorithm. You know what I mean? Comment, whatever you think. Yeah, man, I appreciate everybody that tapped in. Make sure y'all hit the like button, subscribe. I appreciate y'all. Hit the notifications so y'all let y'all know when I go live too. Put your notifications on, Jason. Put your notifications on. That way you know when I go live. You know what I mean? So I appreciate y'all, man. And y'all have a good night. Hope everybody had a good Merry Christmas. You know what I mean? Y'all have a good New Year. And yeah, man, I appreciate y'all. So make sure y'all like, subscribe. And we out.